Antonio Tavares Brown Sr., or AB as he's known on the field, wasn't your typical high draft pick. Drafted in the later rounds by the Pittsburgh Steelers in 2010, Brown defied the odds and became a superstar. He wasn't just one of the best receivers of the 2010s, he was the most decorated. Brown racked up a record-breaking 4 consecutive first-team All-Pro selections 2014 to 2017, all while lighting up the field for the Steelers. But Brown's talents weren't limited to catching passes. Before his NFL days, while playing for the Central Michigan Chippewas, he earned prestigious All-American honors not just once, but twice, 2008 and 2009, as a punt returner. This electrifying talent started way back in his high school days at Miami Norland Senior High, where he honed his skills growing up in the Liberty City neighborhood of Miami. Antonio Brown's arrival in Pittsburgh was immediate. In his rookie season, the Steelers charged to Super Bowl 45, though they fell short against the Green Bay Packers. While Brown didn't light up the stat sheet with 16 receptions for 167 yards in just 9 games, his talent was undeniable. Year 2 saw Brown blaze a historic trail. He became the first player ever to top 1,000 yards in both receiving and returns in a single season, a remarkable feat showcasing his well-rounded skill set. This dominance earned him a well-deserved trip to the 2012 Pro Bowl as a punt returner. Then came 2013, Brown's breakout year. He etched his name in NFL history again, becoming the only receiver ever to catch at least 5 passes for 50-plus yards in every single game of the season. An Ironman with an insatiable hunger for yards, Brown's production continued to soar. He led the league in receptions 2014, receptions again 2015, receiving yards 2017, and even receiving touchdowns in 2018. However, despite his on-field brilliance, tensions rose between Brown and the Steelers, particularly with quarterback Ben Roethlisberger. This growing rift ultimately led Brown to request a trade, marking a dramatic shift in his Steelers story. In 2019, Brown landed a blockbuster trade with the Oakland Raiders, becoming the NFL's highest-paid receiver. Showered with riches, it seemed like a perfect match. But off-field drama quickly overshadowed his talent. A public fight with the Raiders' general manager, Mike Mayock, detonated his short-lived stay in Oakland without ever playing a single regular season game. Brown attempted to revive his career with the New England Patriots, signing soon after his exit from Oakland. However, his time there was even briefer. Just 1 game into his Patriots tenure, sexual assault allegations surfaced, leading to his release and an NFL investigation. Brown spent the rest of 2019 and early 2020 on the sidelines as a free agent. Finally, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers took a chance on him. This gamble paid off as Brown found redemption and a championship ring. He capped off a surprising season with a victory over the Kansas City Chiefs in Super Bowl 55. Unfortunately, Brown's volatile personality struck again near the end of the 2021 season with the Buccaneers. In a bizarre mid-game incident, he ripped off his uniform and stormed off the field during a game against the New York Jets. This outburst led to his release from Tampa Bay. Beyond football, Brown has ventured into the world of sports fashion as president of Donda Sports, Kanye West's brand. He also previously held a majority ownership stake in the Albany Empire, an arena football team. Net worth: Antonio Brown has an estimated net worth of $20 million. Throughout his career, he received contracts worth approximately $80 million from the NFL. However, this figure includes some earnings that he did not receive due to controversies and personal conduct fines. Awards and honors: Antonio Brown's trophy case is a testament to his brilliance on the field. He stands atop the mountain with a coveted Super Bowl ring LV, a champion's ultimate prize. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Brown's dominance earned him recognition as a first-team All-Pro an impressive 4 times in a row 2014 to 2017, showcasing his consistent excellence. He was further recognized as a second-team All-Pro in 2013, adding another layer to his decorated resume. 7 Pro Bowl appearances 2011, 2013 to 2018 solidified his place among the league's elite, where he consistently battled the best and emerged a champion. Brown's statistical dominance wasn't lost on anyone. He twice led the entire NFL in receptions 2014, 2015, proving his ability to be a quarterback's go-to target. And he wasn't just catching passes, he was racking up yards. Twice, he led the league in receiving yards 2014, 2017, displaying his electrifying ability to stretch the field. In 2018, he capped it all off by leading the NFL in receiving touchdowns, a true scorer's feat. His impact transcended individual accolades. He was selected to the prestigious NFL 2010s All-Decade Team, an honor reserved for the truly legendary players of that era. Early life. Antonio Brown's talent for the game wasn't a complete surprise. He comes from a football family. His father, Eddie Brown, was a legend himself, earning the nickname Touchdown Eddie during his reign in the Arena Football League. Eddie was crowned the greatest player in AFL history in 2006, a true testament to his skills. While Antonio carved his path in the NFL, his father dominated the Arena Football League, playing wide receiver for the Albany Firebirds. Eddie even has a collegiate football background, having suited up for Louisiana Tech before his professional career. Legal issues. A downward spiral, off-field incidents overshadow Brown's talent. The cracks began to show in 2018, the same year Brown achieved peak performance. He alienated himself from the Steelers organization and displayed increasingly erratic behavior. In a reckless act, he threw furniture from his high-rise apartment, narrowly missing a toddler. A high-speed chase with police added another layer to his troubling behavior. These incidents were just the tip of the iceberg. Brown faced sexual assault allegations from his former trainer, a lawsuit settled in 2021. Further tarnishing his image, another woman came forward with accusations of misconduct. Even a doctor who treated Brown during his Steelers tenure sued him for bizarre and unprofessional actions. The pattern continued into 2020. The Hollywood Police Department severed ties with Brown due to domestic disturbances at his home, fearing his negative influence on young athletes. Days later, he was involved in a physical altercation with a moving truck driver, leading to felony charges. Brown's erratic behavior continued through 2022 and 2023. He faced an arrest warrant for exposing himself to a woman in Dubai, followed by another warrant for domestic violence. Social media outbursts displaying explicit content and multiple incidents of failing to pay child support painted a picture of a man spiraling out of control. In a desperate attempt to explain his actions, Brown blamed chronic traumatic encephalopathy, CTE, in August 2023. However, this deflection couldn't overshadow the mounting legal troubles and concerning behavior. As of October 2023, Brown's off-field issues continue to overshadow his undeniable talent on the gridiron. Professional career. From underdog to sixth-round steal, Brown's pre-draft journey. Despite his eventual NFL dominance, Antonio Brown's path to the league wasn't a conventional one. Draft analysts and scouts largely projected him as a late-round pick, ranking him 37th among wide receivers. While invited to the NFL Scouting Combine, Brown wasn't considered a top prospect. Determined to prove them wrong, Brown participated in Central Michigan's Pro Day and focused on improving his underwhelming combine times in the 10-yard, 20-yard, and 40-yard dashes. His dedication paid off as he shaved precious seconds off each time, showcasing his relentless work ethic. Despite his improved times, Brown remained under the radar for many teams. However, the Pittsburgh Steelers, using a pick acquired from the Arizona Cardinals, saw potential in the young receiver. They took a chance on him with the 195th overall pick in the 6th round of the 2010 NFL Draft. This selection proved to be a shrewd move by the Steelers. Brown, fueled by a desire to prove wrong the 31 teams that passed him over, entered the league with a chip on his shoulder and a relentless drive to succeed. He chose jersey number 84, a constant reminder of the teams that overlooked him. This underdog mentality, coupled with his talent and work ethic, would propel him to become a future star. Brown takes flight, a breakout rookie year and establishing himself in Pittsburgh 2010 to 2011. Antonio Brown's arrival in Pittsburgh in 2010 wasn't a flashy one. Drafted in the 6th round, he faced stiff competition for a backup wide receiver spot, going head-to-head with veterans like Emmanuel Sanders and Tyler Grisham. Yet, Brown wasn't deterred. His NFL debut against the Tennessee Titans proved to be a baptism by fire. On the very first play of the game, Brown took a handoff on a reverse and electrified the crowd with an 89-yard touchdown scamper. He became the first player since Steve Smith Sr. in 2001 to achieve this feat in his debut. While catches remained elusive in the early going, Brown showcased his versatility by returning kicks and punts with impressive results. The Steelers finished the 2010 season with a top AFC North seed and a thrilling playoff run. Brown, though primarily a return specialist, contributed a key play in the divisional round, hauling in a 58-yard pass that set up the game-winning touchdown. He even reached the Super Bowl stage, a remarkable feat for a rookie. The 2011 season saw Brown earn a more prominent role, securing the starting third wide receiver spot behind established veterans Hines Ward and Mike Wallace. He continued to excel on special teams, but his receiving prowess began to blossom. Brown eclipsed the 100-yard receiving mark for the first time against the Arizona Cardinals, showcasing his talent for making big plays. Brown takes flight, an unstoppable force emerges 2013. The 2013 season marked a turning point for Antonio Brown. No longer a rookie or a backup, he entered the fray as a full-fledged starting wide receiver alongside Emmanuel Sanders. From the get-go, Brown established himself as a dominant force. His breakout performance came in Week 2 against the Chicago Bears. Brown reeled in a staggering 9 catches for a career-high 196 yards and 2 touchdowns, showcasing his electrifying skills and prowess in the red zone. This became a recurring theme throughout the season. Brown consistently racked up impressive yardage totals, a testament to his ability to get open and make big plays. Brown's dedication and consistency paid off in Week 16 when he surpassed Yancey Thigpen's franchise record for most receiving yards in a single season, set back in 1997. He also became only the second Steeler ever, joining Hines Ward, to record at least 100 receptions in a year. But Brown didn't stop there. He etched his name into NFL history by becoming the only receiver ever to record at least 5 receptions and at least 50 yards in every single game of the season. This remarkable feat demonstrated his incredible consistency and reliability, a nightmare for opposing defenses. Brown's stellar season culminated in a well-deserved Pro Bowl selection as both a receiver and a punt returner, along with a first-team All-Pro nod. He was also recognized by his peers, ranking 23rd on the NFL Top 100 Players list. The stage was now set for Brown to become a household name in the years to come. Antonio Brown takes flight in 2016, an unstoppable force emerges. Antonio Brown wasn't content to simply start the 2016 season, he was hungry to dominate. He wasted no time establishing himself as a force to be reckoned with, exploding onto the scene in the season opener against the Washington Redskins. Brown hauled in 8 receptions for a staggering 126 yards and 2 touchdowns, showcasing his electrifying moves and prowess in the red zone. This electrifying performance became a recurring theme throughout the season. Brown wasn't just about highlight reel catches, he was a machine, consistently racking up impressive yardage totals. His dedication to getting open and making big plays paid off in Week 16 when he surpassed the franchise record for most receiving yards in a single season, previously held by Yancey Thigpen. He also cemented his place in Steelers history by becoming only the second Steeler ever, joining Hines Ward, to record at least 100 receptions in a year. But Brown's ambition didn't stop there. He etched his name into NFL history by becoming the only receiver ever to record at least 5 receptions and at least 50 yards in every single game of the season. This remarkable feat solidified his reputation as an Iron Man, a relentless nightmare for opposing defenses. Brown's stellar season culminated in a well-deserved Pro Bowl selection as both a receiver and a punt returner, along with a first-team All-Pro nod. He was also recognized by his peers, ranking 23rd on the prestigious NFL Top 100 Players list. The stage was now set for Brown to become a household name in the years to come. The turbulent Buccaneer tenure of Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown's arrival in Tampa Bay in 2020 sparked hope for the Buccaneers' offense. Reunited with his former coach Bruce Arians, Brown looked to be a missing piece in the championship puzzle. After serving a suspension, Brown debuted in Week 9, catching passes for the first time that season. While flashes of brilliance emerged, off-field issues swirled. A reported incident at his home cast a shadow over his early success. Brown's determination couldn't be denied. He battled through the noise, hauling in touchdowns in key victories over Atlanta later in the season. He continued his strong showing in the playoffs, even contributing a rushing touchdown in the wild card win. However, a knee injury sidelined him for the NFC Championship and his participation in Super Bowl 55 was limited. Still, he etched his name in history with a crucial touchdown reception, securing his first Super Bowl ring. Brown's return in 2021 was met with cautious optimism. He overcame off-season surgery but landed on the COVID-19 list, missing crucial games. Later, a violation of the league's COVID protocols resulted in a suspension. The drama reached a fever pitch in Week 17. In a bizarre mid-game incident, Brown stormed off the field, discarding his equipment and disappearing into the locker room. Head coach Bruce Arians declared Brown no longer a Buck. Tom Brady, ever the teammate, expressed both love and concern for Brown, acknowledging his talent but recognizing the team had to move on. Brown, however, painted a different picture, claiming the team ignored a serious ankle injury. Released by the Buccaneers, Brown remained unsigned and eventually announced his retirement in March 2023. Just a month later, the enigmatic wide receiver announced his unretirement, leaving the future of his playing career uncertain. Antonio Brown's Albany Empire enigma, a whirlwind of claims and confusion. Antonio Brown's foray into ownership of the Albany Empire was a whirlwind of dramatic pronouncements and murky details. In March 2023, Brown declared himself the sole owner of the team. However, this claim was quickly disputed by the existing owner, Mike Korda. A back-and-forth ensued, with Brown eventually buying out Korda's stake for a symbolic $1. Just weeks later, the narrative took another sharp turn. Brown's representatives insisted he had no personal ownership, claiming a foreign trust controlled the empire. A letter purportedly written by Brown himself added to the confusion, containing questionable legal references and raising eyebrows about Brown's citizenship status. Media outlets pointed out inconsistencies in the letter and speculated Brown might be attempting to create a complex ownership structure. Brown then made headlines by announcing his intention to suit up for the empire, potentially becoming the first player owner in professional football since the league's early days. However, bureaucratic hurdles, including a delayed physical exam, prevented him from taking the field. The drama reached a climax in June 2023 when the National Arena League terminated the Empire's franchise agreement due to unpaid dues and fines. Brown's ownership tenure, marked by disarray and controversy, ended abruptly. Thank you for watching. For more extensive content like this, subscribe and click on the bell notification.